So Joey's going to demonstrate chair Sarvangasana and some variations for you. And chair Sarvangasana can be particularly useful if you are tighter in the shoulders, or if you're tight around the back of the neck. It creates more space when you're in the shoulder stand posture. And it also allows you to stay for longer and feel supported and more comfortable. So Joey starts by sitting sideways on the chair, and he's got a bolster on there which will make the angle of his back when he's in the pose more less intense, so smoother curve. So he starts by swinging his knees over the back of the chair. He catches hold of the sides of the chair, and then he releases his head back to the bolster. And you can see on Joey he's got the bolster close to the chair legs, but if you're not so flexible in your back, then you would just have your bolster a few inches further back away from the chair. So Joey slides back until his shoulders rest on the bolster, the back of the head is resting on the floor, and then the neck is supported by the bolster. And then when he threads the arms through, through the inside of this first leg of the chair, and then he catches hold around the outside, and that helps him to bring the shoulders back away from the neck. And it's this same action of helping to move the shoulder blades deeper into the back. From there, once he feels comfortable, he can stretch the legs up one at a time, and the feet point straight up towards the ceiling in this variation. So it's a bit like Viparita Karani. And here, you wait for several minutes. You allow the belly to soften. There's some effort in the pose to keep the legs together, but he's not squeezing so much that he's not able to relax. There's some effort squeezing the legs together, slight inner rotation to the thighs. And then he rests there for a while. Now, the next variation that I'll show you is taking the legs into Baddha Konasana. And after you've had the legs in one position for a while, often the legs feel a little tired. So to be able to change position with the legs but stay in the shoulder stand shape is very helpful. So for Baddha Konasana, you can rest the ankles on the chair like so. And the feet are together, but you don't have to squeeze the feet together. So the hips just roll out to the sides naturally. And again, you stay there for a minute, for a couple of minutes, as long as you feel comfortable.
Are you going to show the strap?
I can do. Now there's another way of doing Baddha Konasana with the chair, which is very similar, but it creates a slightly different shape in the hips. So I make a strap into a loop. I slip the loop around the edge of the chair, and then I position it with the buckle so that it's not central. It's off to one side, so it won't be in the way of Joey's feet. And then Joey creates the same shape, but he lets his feet now rest on the belt, which is slightly softer, but also it creates it increases the opening in the hips.
You mentioned the arms that have changed.
Yeah. So now that Joey's been here for a while and he feels like he's settled in the posture and the shoulders are still moving back towards the chair, then he's changed the position of the arms. Now, if when he changes the position of the arms, the shoulders feel like they're coming off the bolster for whatever reason, then he would just adjust back and catch hold of the chair. But because his arms are relaxed in this position, nothing's going anywhere, then he has the arms like so, which is a more restful position for the arms. And then finally, we can do a chair variation of Halasana, Plow pose, where I bring the chair with a bolster in it, on top of it, close in towards Joey's head. And then he releases the feet slowly, one at a time, onto the bolster. And obviously, if you're doing this on your own at home, then you just set the chairs up ready, and it means you have to make sure that the chair's not too close to the bolster for the shoulders, otherwise you won't be able to get in. And here the thighs just rest on the bolster. And here you should feel like you can stay for a while. Often you feel like you're not ready to come out of this posture for a few minutes.
And then should we finally show the exit?
And then to come out, you come slowly back with the legs to the chair. And you have to slide the chair for Halasana out of the way. And then Jerry slides very slowly back until his bottom comes onto the bolster that's on the floor. Moves the bolster out of the way. And then the shins just rest on the chair. If you use a weight like the bolster on the shins, it helps with the relaxation of the shins. And then you rest with the back in this neutral position for another couple of minutes.